Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. I am at the end of my spring writings journal that I have done in sepia, and I thought that since I've got my signatures in, I've got my cover made, we made our cover, I think a video ago where I covered a composition notebook cover, and it's been a challenge. I won't deny that because I just love color. And when I printed this kit, I was also printing some of the color parts of the kit, and I was just in love. So there'll be another journal in my future, likely in the color of Spring Writings by Line Dot Arrow. So let me just make sure that we're in frame, and it looks as though we are. I'm sorry if I just made somebody very dizzy. Let me just bring you down a bit so that you can see. And what I've decided to do today is to bring you along while I decorate her. So here she is. This is the cover of my Spring Writings journal. And move this out of the way. And all of her signatures are in. I didn't count them yet, but I'm pretty sure there's 60 pages in her. She is a one signature journal. That's the front, that's the back. I chose not to put anything on the back because I just thought that that was plenty. And I chose a fabric that had writing because of the title of the kit, you know, Spring Writings. And so this happens to be a picture I found of Edith Holden when she was a little girl, and I decided to use her as my focal point on my cover. And this is a lace frame that I fussy cut from the Graphic Fairy. So that did not come with the kit. And then I just added some vintage applique here along the edge, along with some antique lace that I got from my friend Fifi. Thank you, Fifi. It's very beautiful. She knows I am an avid collector of lace, and if any of you know me, you know that everything I make has lots of lace and trims and what have you. This book I tried to keep as simple as possible, and keep with the simple sepia tones. Wow, say that 3 times real fast. Okay, I'm just making sure now that we do not have any shadows on the glass, and if so, I will definitely take care of that with a mat, but I think we're all right. So what I thought I'd do is just bring you along. Here's all my ephemera that I've made, and believe it or not, this is all I have left of what I have either printed from the kit or pulled from my stash. This is what I have left in this baggie. So whoever receives this journal will receive whatever's left that we don't use out of this pile here of the ephemera and things that I've made, along with yeah, anything here that's on my plate that I haven't used, or in this tiny little baggie. I don't remember what I put in there, something little obviously, and then there's some buttons I haven't used yet, an envelope which I'm sure I'll use, a flower. So yeah, I will definitely be passing that along to the person who receives this journal. So here we go. Let's decorate, which is the fun part. And I thought rather than decorate it myself and then do a walkthrough, I would just decorate with you all. So let me just start my timer so that we don't go too long, because you all know me, I can get gabbing and forget what I'm doing. So let me just push this over here a little bit. I'm going to move my plate, if you don't mind, over to this side. And I think that will work better. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Inside, this is the sepia toned one, and I was going to do some watercolor on it, but decided to leave it as is. And this is the color part of this, but it's on vellum, and I made a pocket for there. And inside this pocket, I already put this picture inside, and I just put a little snippet here at the corner. And this actually happens to be Edith Holden. I found it in one of her books, and I put part of the kit on the back. And the thing I like most about this kit is that it's so nice. I mean, you can still write. There's still plenty of room to write. I've actually attempted it myself, and before I backed it, I wanted to use as much of the kit, all of the kit, every single page. I had already made a decision that whatever was in the kit, I was going to use it no matter what. So anyway, I thought that this would be kind of nice. What I've done is basically, as I was creating this journal, I decided that, you know, it's spring writing. So what do you need? You know, for writing, you would need a pen, you would need lots of paper, you might need envelopes, a typewriter, things like that. And then I was, you know, kind of thinking about letters that I've written in the past. And, you know, I've even kept letters that I've written to people that are no longer here, who have gone to heaven. And, you know, every once in a while, I just feel like, you know, talking to them, and I'll write a letter to them, and I'll place it in my journal and in an envelope, and just either seal it with a wax seal or what have you. So anyway, I just thought, how fun would it be for the person to write letters to their former self and to their future self? So it's just an idea I had. So anyway, I decided to put the picture of the child on the front, the former self, and then I put Edith's picture, you know, much older Edith, inside here of our future self. And like I said, it's just an idea I had, and just, you know, as I was creating it. And I just, I love to name my journals, and I haven't come up with a name for this one yet. So it's still Spring Writings. It may end up being just, you know, letters to my former self, letters to my future self. I'm not sure. But anyway, so let's start putting some things in. Here are the pages. I'll flip through them real quick. These are all from the kit. Anything that you see on the back is something like this one has been tea dyed and then sprayed with inks. And then I just copied it on the backs, you know, on the back of this. This is line paper that was gifted to me. So it's in a sepia tone. It's like in a tan tone. So I use that for writing. You can write on this page. This is from the kit. Here's some, another page. It's almost a periwinkle blue. I just wanted to add a little bit of color. So I put that in there. Again, from the kit. Again, another, you know, copied on the back of this paper is this. And then this is just an old journal. I always forget the name of that. Ledger paper in here. And then a tea stain paper with an envelope, a pocket from the kit. And then this is just some linen paper, and it is printed, and it's from a kit from Angela Kerr. And I can't remember the name of the kit, but it's her linen kit. It's her backing kit. She uses a lot of this in her backing kit, and I use a lot of it in my backing. And then here's another page that printed out, and it's from the kit, but when I printed it on grayscale just to see, ink saver. I printed it on ink saver, and it came out almost a blue color, as you can see, and I watercolored the roses that were in the paper down there. Another page. Another page from the kit. Some more of that lined paper. It's sort of a gray periwinkle color. This is a colored page. I could not resist. It's my favorite page. I have this in sepia as well in this journal, but this is an envelope, and I thought it would be fun to put, you know, some paper in there. I made the envelope, and this is just, I sprayed it with some ink, some pink ink that I had made, alcohol ink. So I sprayed the paper and made the envelope, and then covered it with this paper. So I thought it was just so romantic, and this is a real romantic journal. And then another piece of tea stain, page from the kit, an envelope, glassine envelope. This is not from the kit. I think it is from the kit, but it's a colored page from the kit. It is from the kit, but it's a colored page from the kit. And I thought it would be good to put a tag inside there. And I left it long enough so that the other page, well, we'll get to it anyway. So a tag can go in there. And I folded it so that it would go inside the signature. Here's the middle of the signature. Again, that periwinkle sort of color paper. Haven't decided whether I'm going to put some beads on this yet. And anytime I put in my signatures, I always take a little bit of Fabri-Tac and I glue down where the holes are. I just put a little dab of glue and rub it with my fingers, you know, so that just to keep it, make it more sturdy. And then here is the fold on this. So I made it a pocket. And then here is the fold on the glassine bag. I didn't want to waste that, so I made another pocket there. Again, some tea stain paper, playing with some inks, spray inks. From my Insta ink. You just snap the top off, take the sponges out, and I put them in a little container and add some alcohol, and it makes great alcohol ink. Another piece of tea stain paper, page from the kit. This is from that envelope I was talking about, and I thought that I would make a pocket out of it. So let's see where that is. Here it is. This is it right here, and this is the other side here. So I made a pocket out of it. Tea stain paper, another page from the kit. Again, I watercolored this. This has some lace in it, which didn't really come out very clear. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I sure as heck did have fun tea dyeing this paper. And I don't know, I've been hoarding, but it came out really nice. It's very pretty. And then the other part of that antique ledger, another page from the kit. The kit, it's got a little mailbox here, some ledger, rose. I may watercolor that. I haven't decided yet. It depends on what we put on the page. And there we go. And then here's some of that, again, lined paper, striped paper that I use as lined paper in the beige tone. And then there's that beautiful one that I showed you before in the color. So there it is in color, and there it is in the sepia. And you can see now why there'll be another journal in my future using this kit, or at least many parts of the kit. There it is again. I used it a lot, but I used it in different ways so that you can't really tell. You know, it's not like I used it page after page after page. Like there's one part of the page, but this is like the other side of the page. And the last page. And then our back. And then the back. Like I said, I didn't put anything on. So now we will decorate, which is supposed to be fun. Sometimes it makes me a little bit anxious, but we'll get through it. So the first thing I need to do is get my tracing paper. I forgot to include that, and I always start my journal with a piece of tracing paper. And because I forgot to put that in, I'm going to do that right now and show you that you can still do it if it's something you forget to do. So all you have to do is take your tracing paper, and we're going to put some glue right along the edge, okay? Because it's just, I think it's elegant to start a journal with the piece of tracing paper. So in the event that you forget like I did, it was supposed to be like this and fold under so that you would have this at the beginning and of course again at the end. But I didn't do that. So I'll just fold this like this. Although we should fold it and make sure it's even. So just in case you did like I did and forget, it's okay. Everything is fixable, right? And actually, sometimes it can be a real happy mistake. And I'm just gonna check here real quick. I've got my, okay, good. I've got my timer set so that we are not going over time. And if we don't get to finish, I'll do a walkthrough of the journal when I'm done and put it on a few of the sites. Again, the kit is Spring Wrightings, and it's by Line Dot Arrow, Nathalie, at Line Dot Arrow. And I always leave all of that information at the end of the journal. So what I'm going to do is kind of make a hinge here. So I folded my paper in half. I'm going to make a hinge right there so that we can glue this in. So we can still have our paper here. I'm going to make this hinge just a little bit shorter because you can really see that, and I don't like the way it looks, so I'm just going to make it much narrower. We don't need it that wide. And actually, wait a minute, hold on one second. I'm getting confused. Sorry about that. It's late in the day. And I'm working on another design team project for Periwinkle Matilda. I'm so excited about it. I've been waiting to do this since the winter. It's a baking journal. I hope you all join me. It's coming along. It's cut, so we're good. All right, so what I've decided instead, because I've already bent this and I won't like the way it looks, I am going to instead grab my trimmer, put this aside, and I'm going to make the I don't know about you, it just to me, it just makes the journal look so much more elegant when we have a little piece of tissue paper there, but I don't have any tissue paper. I always use tracing paper. So, but like I said, there's always a way to fix things, so that's what we're going to do. Make sure that's not too wide and it's straight. Casting a shadow, and can you see me, and am I in frame? Because as you know, I'm not editing yet. I'm working on it. It's a good goal. I'm learning a lot. I just trimmed that up to make it be straight. And that looks good. It doesn't look too wide. Just gonna narrow it down just a bit more. We don't need that wide of a hinge, is why I'm doing this. And I didn't even think about it until we opened it, to be honest with you. I was like, wait, there's a page missing. And that looks to me to be straight. Maybe not. I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath that, but that's not paper. I've got one over here. I can't really see it, that's the problem. Let's see. There we go. That's straight. There we go. There. And then what I'm going to do is just take it and I'm going to put it right along this edge with some Fabri-Tac. This little hinge right here. And I'm going to get it right down in there. Just run a slight line straight down. And nobody will be the wiser except you and me. And I'll just take my bone folder, or I'll just take this for now, and just run along there so that all that glue is going on my tracing paper. And inside that crease. And there we go. And it just looks much more elegant, I think. It's just a personal opinion. You don't have to use tissue paper, tracing paper. I've been trying to find some of the vintage wedding tracing paper, vintage tissue paper at my different shops that I go to, but I haven't been able to find any yet, so. And there we go. So now we have our pretty I'm just pulling this away so that it will cover that. Here we go. And it just looks so much prettier, in my opinion. And that's the way to fix that. I'm just pulling it just a little bit because I wanted to make sure it lines up with that edge right there. And it does. And there you go. And you've got a nice, real pretty beginning to your story. And I'll trim the bottom when we're done. I don't want to take up too much time, and I don't want to make a mistake in trimming it wonky. So I'll just trim that when we're done decorating our journal. So there we go. This we've got our pocket here, and again we've got our picture in there. And you can see through this. I know that you might not be able to. It's vellum. It's tissue, tracing paper. And I did put a gusseted pocket. So you could put many more things inside here. And we still can. We might do that. So on to the next page. And I think we need possibly... I have so many flips and flaps. I did not make this on camera, but all it is I took a tag. Well, I made a template. This is not my idea, and I will, oh, what is her name? Embellish the Story. That's the YouTube name. And she is fantastic. I've recently found her through my friend Doreen from Ooh La La Treasures, and she makes the most beautiful things. And anyway, I happened to watching her while I wasn't feeling well the other day, and she made this flippy tag, and I just fell in love with it and thought, oh my goodness, I have to have that in my journal. So it's not exact to what she made because I couldn't remember once I sat down to make it, but it's very similar. And all she did with hers was she took the ephemera from the kit, and as you can see, I did use another color page because the back was the sepia, so I wanted the front of the postcard to be pretty. And this is part of a piece of paper that I printed, and I embossed. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all embossed, and this piece is embossed, and all I did was kind of burn the edges of this letter and made a pocket to put some things in. In the back of here, I tea stained. This is from the kit, and I watercolored that. And then I just put some trim and some tulle and a button that I sewed on, but then I thought, oh geez, I better stick some glue under there just in case. And I used, and so did she, what I did was I put this piece on first. Once I had it all, once I decided what I wanted and how I wanted it to go, I put this piece on first, and I used a piece of washi tape and taped it to the back. This is backing. After I got it all done, then I backed it, but that's all I did. Let me just check my time here. So that's what I did. And so that's that. So I think what I'll do is I will try and put that as a free floating in here, maybe. No, that's not gonna fit. Okay, so we will put her back in here. And let's see, I guess I don't really, because what I did was I also made a pocket back here with some tags, which I still have to put some ribbons in. I forgot about those. But these are from the kit as well. But I'm gonna put that in as a free floating, and I did make a paper clip. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I could put that paper clip on there. Is it in here? Yes, it is. Okay, so I made this little paper clip, and it's got like wildflowers, little tags, wildflowers, nature, pathway. These did not come with the kit. And this is just a flower I cut out of an Edith Holden book, and it says Wild Rose down there. I put a little bit of the seam binding, crinkled seam binding, and I saw this little bunny, and I had some paper that had tulips on it, so I used that to make this paper clip. So I think what I'll do is, this is pretty sturdy paper, I will flip this onto this page because it's plain. This way. And that way we have, on this side, we have wildflowers and wild rose. And on this side we have the little bunny, and that can just come right off like this. I left enough of the paper clip above when I hid it so that I could do that, you know, put something on there, and the person would know that it was a paper clip. So yeah, so this has a lot of writing space. This is just a watercolor flower that I did, and I just fussy cut it out. We should put some things in there. So let's see, what do I have here? I have all these little writing cards. This has some books and a pen with ink and some glasses. It did not come with the kit, just something I had in my stash. These are from the anniversary kit from Line Dot Arrow, and I really liked those, so I backed those with tea stain paper. We can put those in there. I might be putting too many, but that's okay. I'll put those up front, and we'll put this one. Here we go. Lots of writing cards or drawing cards or whatever. I'll have to re-glue that down. And down here I just made a little snippet and just glued it down there. And like I said, I ran everything through the embossing machine. And then the lace and the tulle and the seam binding. And you can flip and flop it any way you want, but that's how I decided to do it. And we'll put that paper clip right on there. And I can do a video on these paper clips if you so choose. Just leave me a comment below. I love making them. I usually mass make them, so you never know what you're gonna get. But this one, I had these things, so I wanted to incorporate it in the Spring Writings journal. There we go. And that fits nicely. I really like the way that fits. So onward and outward. Here's a pocket. Good, good, good. We need that. So I have this really sweet poem. It was written by Edith Holden's dad. It says, "Life is like an April day, all smiles and tears, happy they on peace intent who care, plant the flower content, dream its hopes and find. Though the storm and through the calm cometh night, I think it says a peace, where the blossoms sweetest yet, when the golden sun has set, who shall see its grace? Yet through darkness hide the sky, all is bright above. Be it gloomy, be it fair, cometh joy and cometh care. God remaineth love. And that's November 2nd, 1988. And I backed it with some embossed paper, and then this sweet little Easter lily with a chick on the back. That was a freebie, and it doesn't fit. But let's see here. Well, I'll put that aside until we can find some place to put it. Here is another envelope that I made. It's called one of my wonky envelopes. I don't pay any attention to how I cut it. Inside, I have an old French letter that has been in my stash. This is not the original. I scanned it. And then when I was making it nice and soft and old looking, I tore it. So I just put on my famous old tape, which is actually just Scotch tape with some ink on it. And I can also do a video on that someday. I've done some videos on it for other people before, but plenty of writing space to write a letter. Put that in here, and maybe that will fit in that pocket. So let's see. Where is it? There it is. And, oh no. Please fit. No, that's not going to fit either. Here's another little pocket that I made. It's got some Velcro. This is from the kit. Inside is just a little booklet of some pieces of paper that I had left over, and I didn't want to waste it. A little piece of trim. So I stuck that inside the pocket. Put this little bird on it. This is from the anniversary kit. And then just kind of collaged and made an envelope out of that piece of paper, out of that envelope, and it fits. Yay. Okay, let's move on. Here is an envelope I made. Obviously, just the romantic in me had to do the color. I could have watercolored it, but I didn't. And I added some lace, some antique lace, and I made a stamp out of part of the color, part of the kit, and just stamped there. And then I had this in my stash. It's just a little chick with some daisies for spring. You open it up. Inside, I put a piece of the kit's page here. And on the back, I did the lines of the sepia tone stripe so that a person could have lines to write on. I like to have lines, otherwise I end up going up and down. So we need a place for that. That definitely has to go in because it's an envelope. It's spring writings, and I will put that in here. Yes? No. Oh! Frustrating. This is why I get scared at the end. I make all this ephemera and then nothing fits. That fits perfectly. Yay. Okay. And then, let's see. I have this cute little piece of paper, and I just put some trim and a little bulb pin. This is just what I had left over. And then inside is just an old, again, another French letter I have in my stash. This is just a copy that I printed on some tea stain paper. But the person can write on the back or not. And we'll put that here. And I think it deserves an envelope. So let's find an envelope rather than a pocket. And see if it fits in this one. This one I made out of a page from the kit, and I put a little like stamp, you know, with my block stamp, like it was to somebody and from somebody, and stamped it. And I put these flowers on the back. Inside, I forgot to line it, so I just used my tea bag. I keep all my tea bags, and I use them. So let's see if that fits in there. And it doesn't, but that's okay. We'll put these in there. They have some little places. We'll put a bulb pin on that later. Let's see. See, this is the hard part. Well, once you've got all your stuff decorated, actually, I think that poem will go really nicely in there. And then, let's see. I have this tiny little envelope that I made with some music sheet. And what did I put inside? Oh, just this little writing spot. And this is from the kit that I had printed and cut off. So I will put that inside here, and maybe a little heart. And how about, what's in here? Oh, these are a bunch of words and stuff. I think I'll fold this up as well and put that in there, another writing spot. I just sliced this up. It was actually just one little collage, and I've used it for stamps and all sorts of things. I just want to fold this so that the person can cut it if they want. There we go. Add another little piece in there for them to write on. And also, let's see, what else do I have? I do like to add the name of the kit. So that says the Spring Writings, line dot arrow. I'll put that in there so the person knows. And also one of the sepia ones. Here I have Spring Writings, and I'll put that in there. And then, let's see. Here's some colored ones I'll put. Actually, I think I'll put the colored ones right there in that little pocket there. And to hold that closed, I think what I'll use, I have a bunch of these wax seals that I learned to make from my friend Lynn at Sparkles on YouTube. She is a sweetheart. And I have all of these that you can use. I also have a paper one, but that's way too big. That's such a tiny envelope. So I think what I'll do is I will glue that one. That one looks good. So I'm just going to glue this here, and the person can actually take it off and use it again if I use the Fabri-Tac. I mean, it will stay, but the person can peel it off if they so choose. So just put a little bit on the edge so that I'm not going to close it up. It's just going to weigh it down so it stays closed. See? Like that. Oops. It's upside down. There we go. And all I did was I colored that in with a silver pen after I stamped it. Thank you, Sparkle. Lynn. I just love her. And I love her channel. She's got so many fabulous ideas. So we'll put that right in this little pocket. And we'll leave that hanging out. That looks great. Then I made, I'm so afraid my alarm's going to go off. I made this pocket with this little jewelry where somebody can put it anywhere they want. It's just some tags here. And then they're all backed with different colored, different roses, paper. And then a butterfly that I made with some pearls. and a bulb pin. And then inside is this very romantic, this is from Amity Bloom's kit, Rosabella. And then here are some freebies that I had. It's oh, I forget what they're called. Ah, I'm so sorry. Butterfly and a rose for Rosabella. And then I just put a little bit of bead trim there. And I think I will put this right here. And there's nothing on the back, so there's nothing saying, and this is from Vellum. I think we might have made this while we were, I'm going to flip the page. There's an awful lot on that one. So let's go here with this one. And I'm just going to do the three sides in case we want to put a tag back there, which I don't think we will, but just in case. I always make my ephemera first. Sometimes I make too much, and that's okay. If it doesn't fit in the book, you can also just send it along in one of, in a nice glassine bag with a note to the receiver. Here we go. That looks good, and then this pulls out easily. I hope. Did I glue that down? No, I didn't. But you can still put something else back there. Some more tags. Okay? Or what have you. We could even put this back here. Maybe. Might make it a little bit too bulky. I think I'm going to put this letter here. There we go. Perfect. Next. I'm not going to put that in there yet. What else do I have here? I made this envelope as well out of vellum. This is not part of the kit, but something I had made. And this has a typewriter. I embossed the backs of all of these. Some of them, I guess. So this has some books with a teacup, writing paper, some glasses, a pen, a feather pen, a book, and a typewriter. And then inside is one of my collaged board tags that I had in my stash, and just thought that it went well. It had a lot of words and stuff on it, so I put that inside the envelope, I think I'll put this letter inside the envelope as well. It's very feminine, and I think it deserves a nice feminine envelope. Very romantic. And then you just tuck it under like this, and I will place this in and hold it in with just a paper clip, or let's see what we have in here. I didn't really want to use a white one or a colored one. Let's see what I have in the bottom here. I'm sorry for my reach. Here we go. This is a good one. It's just very plain and simple. And we'll leave that there like that. I think that looks pretty. And we have these dangling off here. They can either go like that or however they'll fit when the book closes. I might even have to tuck those inside, I don't know. And then, let's see. I'll stop that, and I'll go just a few more minutes. The tag. I did make a tag for our tag spot. Let's see if we can find it here. You know it's here. Okay, here it is. So this tag fits right inside, and this is the back of one of the colored pages, and the sepia tone is on the front, and then I just put some glossy accents on a bird and put that flower at the top because it just reminded me of spring, and it fits right inside there. And then, if you remember, we did this envelope. We have the tag. I put some trim on it, sewed around it. I had this. This is all from that collage page that we cut up. Little girl inside, and I closed it with one of those little pieces there. And then here is a little matchbook, and inside the matchbook I have this, which has writing space here and here. And then you just close it, and there's a staple up there that you can't really see, but it's there. And I just put a little bit of lace there. And then on the envelope, I have a bird that we did with the spackle. On the back, I have it Velcroed. I lined the inside with some French script. And then here we have a little letter with one of Sparkle's genius ideas of the wax seals. So we need to put this someplace, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna, oh, and then we have the journal card here. So I think what I'll do is place this all back inside here. And I'll place this, because it is a little bit bulky, I am going to place this at the very back here, but I'm going to clip it in. I want to be able to have the recipient decide whether or not they want to keep it in there permanently, or if they would like to glue it in. So we'll just paper clip that right in, and that's nice and sturdy. That's not going anywhere. We have this little envelope. It says smile. I have a doily that I lined this envelope that I made inside and just sprayed it with some inks. Put some trims and stuff on here, some lace. And I think that might need something to hold it closed as well. See if this one's too big. I'll decide on that later. But for now, we need a place to put it. How about right here? Or we need something to go inside it, like a little note or note card, or something to write on. Let's see what we have. We'll put these in there. They're backed with some embossed paper, and I'll put a little bulb clip on there, bulb pin. Might have one on my little plate here. I don't think so. Here we go. I love this new punch I've been using. I've been putting ribbons and you name it through here. I just really like this idea. I think what I'll do too, since this is on my plate and I wanted to use it and haven't, I'm going to stick that there, put this here, and then we'll put that inside the envelope, and the receiver can decide where they want to put that when they open it. and it fits perfectly in there, but I'm actually going to stick it in this way. Alrighty. Let's see, what else have I made? We still have this envelope, but it doesn't have anything to go inside of it. And we have this sweet little one that I put some more pictures and this card in and left it open for writing and put a little bit of lace there and a paper clip. So I think what I'll do is slide that in there. And I'll also add these. This is some feather pens. They would go great inside this envelope as well. And possibly no, that still won't fit. Okay, so we'll put this here. Another envelope with a writing spot, and we'll clip it here. And we're running out of time, so I guess I'll have to do a walkthrough when I'm finished decorating. I also, when I made this envelope, I put the paper through the embossing machine. I don't know if that's showing up or not, but it really does make a very pretty, and like I said, it's my wonky envelope, and I have a tutorial on that, I think, in one of my videos. If I don't, I'll take a look. If I don't, I'll definitely do a video on that, because these are a lot of fun to make and very easy. And I will stick that right there. Perfect. I like the stamp showing. So we'll do that. Is that it for my ephemera already? Wow. I still have more pockets to put in, which I will do. And then I will do a flip through once I am all finished, I suppose, if I have to, because in here I still have lots of pockets that I can put on pages, and tags and postcards, more ephemera. So yeah, what I'll do is I will close for now, because I've already been 45 minutes, actually close to an hour. I'll close our journal for now, and I will continue decorating it, and I will come back with a flip through. Until then, be well, be safe, and God bless. I'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye.